talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching that, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mouth before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new it in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavenly, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, movie. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going up. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Peck. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 44 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Peck. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. They give him 13 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of bounding it defensively. And that brings up 3rd down. Charles already trailing a touchdown early. This offense, how important is it for them to get points out of the strike?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So they thought he had an open look when he put first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect.
And we'll send it back to the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Going down the middle. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have a memento to take back to the sideline.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He hits Adams, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now a handoff up the middle. Peck. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. And what's going to be the final play of this first quarter? After 7-0 on EA Sports. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Booker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. But I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of it. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan, and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. But he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And they work this out past the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got a pin back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have him pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
49 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. CD, that's the second time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. There's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 4 and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He gets him a little over half of what they needed when they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Gay's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Booker is on target. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's Chubb on the read option. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw.
The Giants keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what he says on the scoreboard, they're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Chubb on the read option. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Booker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They've delivered what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. That was about to bring a little pressure in this snap.
He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Hardman to return. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Julian Blackmon just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
An average yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. They run the counter. Peck. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. They were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roll, and he found it.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Down. Peck, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Browns drive about to get started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And some room to run now. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who's the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the over-lay, but give him credit. He went over.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just added on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Back to throw now on first down.
And that's a rare bright spot.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Keenan Allen, 26 yards. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you want both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
No gain on the play there, second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st first down. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Back to throw again. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Right back to him on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll keep it on the ground. Peck. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Chiefs get a play on another week as we say so long.